Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a really big question, one that keeps popping up everywhere. Can AI actually truly beat humans at video games?
Yeah, it's a hot topic, and you shared some great stuff looking at this from all sorts of angles, right? Old arcade games, super complex, modern ones.
Exactly. So our mission here is to really unpack where gaming AI is now. How good is it? Where does it still struggle? And what's that mean for us, the players, and maybe competitive gaming down the line?
Right. And the material we've got gives a pretty vivid picture. We see AI doing things we thought only humans could do.
hmm
But then there are these other moments, sometimes pretty funny ones, where human players still run circles around them. So, yeah, let's dig into it, pull out the key stuff.
Okay, let's do it. So when we talk about AI in games now, it's just light years past those old predictable computer opponents, isn't it? What's the big difference?
Well, the core thing really is learning. Old AI just followed scripts. You figured out the pattern. You won.
Right, seen it a million times.
Yeah. But now, machine learning. Think about, say, an AI playing Tetris. It's not just running code.
Yeah.
It's playing, like, thousands of games every single second.
Thousands a second. Wow.
Seriously. And that speed, that sheer volume of trial and error lets it see patterns and strategies that, well, no human could possibly spot. That's the key takeaway, I think. The scale and speed of learning is just beyond human.
Okay, thousands of games a second, that's kind of mind-boggling. But does that super fast learning actually make it adaptable? Like, what happens if I throw some totally weird, unexpected strategy at it?
That's the critical question, yeah. Older AI, it would often just break if you did something weird.
Uh-huh.
But now reinforcement learning has, it's changed the game. Basically, the AI tries stuff. If it works, gets points, beats an enemy, it gets a kind of reward signal.
Right.
Makes it more likely to do that again. If it fails, penalty signal. Discourages that path. It's like trial and error, but on a massive, massive scale.
So it learns without needing explicit rules for every single situation.
Pretty much. It can figure things out. Now, truly wild stuff can still trip it up sometimes, but reinforcement learning gives it a pretty solid ability to adapt.
And we've seen some absolutely stunning results from this, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah.
that OpenAI example, beating the top Dota 2 pros, that wasn't just luck, right?
No, not at all. What's really amazing about the OpenAI 5 wasn't just that they won against elite human teams.
Yeah.
It's that the AI processed the equivalent of, like, centuries of human playtime in a relatively short period.
Centuries. Good grief.
Yeah. And that massive experience let it find strategies, exploit patterns, stuff that even the best human players just hadn't seen or considered. It showed this, like, deep grasp of team dynamics, high-level strategy, all learned through playing itself over and over.
Okay, so AI is making these huge leaps. Definitely. But hang on, we shouldn't forget human achievements either. There are some truly legendary world records out there, pushing human limits.
Oh, absolutely. You have to give massive credit to human players. Think about Super Mario Bros. Speedruns.
Oh, yeah. Under 5 minutes now, isn't it?
Exactly. The dedication, the pixel-perfect timing, knowing every tiny glitch and mechanic, it's astounding. It's not just playing fast. It's this, like, intimate, creative exploitation of the game's code.
They're like wizards, honestly. But then you get AI like Mu-Zero,
Yeah.
the Atari thing. It didn't just master games it knew the rules for.
Yeah.
It figured the rules out itself. That's crazy.
It is. It's like, imagine a genius kid, never seen a Rubik's Cube, no instructions.
Right.
They just fiddle with it, twist it, see what happens, notice patterns, and eventually, boom, they solve it. Mu-Zero kind of does that with games, learns the rules, the goals, just by playing and seeing what happens.
So it learns the game's reality from scratch.
Yeah, without being told explicitly. That's a really big step for AI, learning the environment itself.
Okay, so we've got AI mastering things through sheer processing power, these clever learning methods. But how does that stack up in the messy, unpredictable world of actual human gaming? We've seen wins, but there are limits too, right? Funny ones sometimes.
That's a crucial point, yeah. On the wins side, you've got DeepMind's AlphaStar playing StarCraft 2.
Oh, right. That caused a stir.
Huge stir. It beat top pros, and its micromanagement skills were just insane. Controlling individual units with blinding speed and precision.
Clicking faster than humanly possible.
Well, yeah, but also the effectiveness of it. Complex maneuvers, resource management. It showed real strategic depth in a super complex game.
Okay, that sounds formidable for human players.
Yeah.
But I also remember reading about an AI getting totally confused by space turkeys. Was that it?
Yes, that's the perfect example of where AI can still fall down. It's brilliant at optimizing within known rules,
Uh-huh.
but throw something completely absurd and unexpected at it. It can just short circuit. The giant wall of space turkeys story is great because the AI just couldn't compute. It couldn't understand or counter this illogical, creative, kind of ridiculous human tactic.
It didn't fit the pattern it learned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It highlights this gap between efficient calculation and, well, human weirdness and creativity.
So, like, an AI can be a tactical genius, but completely miss the point of someone building, I don't know, a llama cannon in Minecraft.
Precisely. Games that thrive on creativity, emergent gameplay, things players invent on the fly, that's still a major challenge. An AI might get the mechanics of building, sure.
Yeah.
But the leap to thinking up a llama cannon and understanding why someone would even do that for humor, for surprise, that kind of imaginative, context-driven thinking is still very much a human thing. It reminded me of that comment about the unwritten rules in sandbox games being a blind spot.
That makes a lot of sense. So does this mean some games or parts of games might just be AI kryptonite? Are there records that AI might just never break?
It's definitely possible. Speedrunning, like we mentioned, it's not just about perfect execution.
Right, the glitches.
Yeah, discovering and exploiting glitches, things the designers never intended. Can an AI truly discover those in the same way a human might stumble upon them or intuitively probe the game's limits? Or does it just find efficiencies within the expected rules? That's still kind of an open question. Human intuition, and frankly, sometimes accidental discoveries might be hard to replicate.
That intuitive feel for breaking the game, yeah. Okay, what about games heavy on story? Narrative choices, emotional weight, like Detroit, Become Human. Can AI really get that?
That's wading into emotional intelligence, which is
Yeah.
way beyond current AI. An AI could maybe track choices and outcomes, sure, analyze the data.
Like this choice leads to this ending 80% of the time.
Right. But understanding the emotional weight, making a choice based on empathy, or grappling with a moral dilemma like a human does, that's just not there. The why behind human feelings and decisions in those games, AI doesn't have the framework for that.
So Google's AI scores 1,000 goals in soccer physics in a day. Pure skill execution. But it's missing the entire human layer of why we play, the feeling, the story, the context.
Exactly. The raw optimization power is undeniable. But the human experience of gaming, creativity, emotion, ingenuity, rivalry, fun, that's a whole different ballgame.
Which leads perfectly into this listener question from @PixelPirate. Should AI records even be compared to human ones on the same leaderboard? It feels different.
It's a really good question, and honestly, people have strong feelings both ways. The argument for separating them is pretty clear. Humans need a fair playing field.
Yeah, competing against something that learned for centuries in a week.
Yeah.
A bit demoralizing.
Exactly. It's just a different kind of achievement. So separate leaderboards preserve that sense of, human accomplishment against other humans.
Okay, makes sense. But what's the argument for keeping them together, or at least acknowledging the AI benchmarks?
Well, one interesting angle is seeing AI as a pace setter. Like a turbo rival, maybe?
A turbo rival. Explain.
If humans can see what's possible, even if it's an AI doing it, maybe it pushes human players. They see new strategies, new levels of execution, and it forces them to innovate and improve their own game.
So the AI raises the ceiling and humans strive to get closer. Kind of an aspirational target.
Potentially, yeah. It could drive human skill forward, help us understand games even deeper.
That's a cool perspective. AI is the ultimate, if slightly scary, training partner. Okay, what about other roles for AI, not just opponents?
Oh, huge potential there. Imagine, cooperative games, Fortnite or something. AI teammates who are actually good.
And don't steal your loot.
Right. Reliable, coordinated AI teammates could be amazing. Fill out squads, play support roles consistently. And then there's game design itself.
How so?
AI tools could help developers build bigger, more dynamic worlds, maybe generate quests or encounters, even tailor difficulty or challenges to you personally in real time.
AI as a design assistant or even a dynamic dungeon master.
Could be, making games more responsive, more replayable.
So AI could be the ultimate opponent, the ultimate teammate, maybe even a co-creator. But there's still that nagging question, the one Jamie mentioned. Could AI eventually just push humans out?
Yeah.
Especially in competitive scenes.
It's a valid concern for sure. As AI gets better and better, especially at high-level competitive play, could it dominate to the point where human pros become less relevant?
Yeah. Less viewership, less focus on human players.
It's possible. It could shift things, impact pro careers, but And this is important. Esports isn't just about peak performance, is it?
No, there's personality, rivalry, storylines.
Exactly. The human drama, the unexpected moments, the personalities, the clutches, the chokes. That's a huge part of the appeal. It seems unlikely AI will just completely erase that human element, at least not anytime soon.
Okay, all right. So wrapping up this deep dive, let's boil down the main points. AI in gaming has come an incredibly long way. Amazing pattern recognition, strategy, execution speed.
Yeah, mastering complex games, even learning the rules from scratch like Mu-Zero. It's seriously impressive tech.
But it still hits walls. True creativity, handling utter chaos or absurdity, understanding emotions, narrative depth, those remain pretty big challenges.
Definitely. And this whole debate about how we measure AI achievements versus human ones, it's going to keep going as the tech keeps evolving. There's no easy answer there.
So here's something to chew on as we finish. With AI getting so good, so present in games, is it going to change what we even mean by skill? Or even what we find fun? Think about how this rise of the machine gamer might change how you play and enjoy games in the future. Definitely something